Welcome into the CHGO Blackhawks pregame podcast. I'm Jay Zawoski with Greg Boyson and Mario Tirabassi. Thanks for being with us. Hawks and Lightning dropped the puck in about 30 minutes, and we've got a lot to get to. We're going to hear from Nick Foligno during today's show. Good stuff from him. We're going to go over the lines for both teams, give you our Who's Your Hawk predictions, and, talk some pucks. Everybody good? Good? Fellas?
I've been sitting here for 3.5 hours. I'm great.
It took, what did you say, 2.5 hours?
Don't ask me to talk yet.
Seriously, Mario just got here. He just sat down. He came running into the office.
I left my house in Green Bay, as you guys think.
Yes.
At 3:15 and just parked my butt in the seat 2 minutes ago.
Nice job. Nice work. I would just quit my job before I ran anywhere, but you do you.
I didn't run here from my house.
It took me 25 minutes to get from... I was on Racine. To get from Jackson in Racine to Monroe in Racine took me 25 minutes.
Okay, and for those of you who are not familiar with the city, that's 2 blocks.
That's 2 blocks, yeah.
Streets.
2
Total
blocks.
gridlock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nightmare.
So I was able to park on Racine south of Monroe so you can steal my car and kind of jogged over. But
Yeah.
we're here. We made it.
It's, what is it, the Gaffigan Seinfeld show tonight?
Is
at
that
the
tonight
UC?
too?
That is tonight too. I don't think that's
Oh my
causing
God.
all of the traffic.
Well, there's that. There's obviously Bears. There's I know Biden is in town or at least in the area.
Yeah, he's in downtown right now.
There's
Is
a
he?
protest
Oh,
going
Jesus.
on. It's just
Wow.
It is a
Wonderful.
It is a perfect storm of bullshit. So if you have to drive in Chicago, as I tweeted out, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Stay home, get cozy, order a
Yes.
pizza, and hang out with us.
Watch the Hawks. Don't watch the Bears. They're going to lose.
To the Panthers?
If they lose to the Panthers, there's firings tomorrow.
Carolina Panthers, not the Florida Panthers.
It's
So
the
no one's
Bears on a
confused.
primetime national game.
I think they're
true.
more likely to lose at football to the Florida Panthers than the Carolina Panthers, but we'll see.
They're all orange, right? You said that?
See,
Oh, shit, they're
no
gonna
matter
lose.
what, win or lose, it's going to be terrible football. Watch mediocre hockey instead.
You know, 2 of their last 3 wins are in primetime. It's crazy.
Hey, now.
Sweet.
They play too many primetime games.
They
Wow.
could look
Terrible
like
team.
ass on prime time.
One-
It's like
one
nothing like
is too
national
many.
embarrassment on TV.
Well, the NFL has not flexed any games this year.
Because it's been all bad.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, once again, we're halfway through November almost, and still the reigning least dysfunctional Chicago franchise,
They're going to hold that title for a while.
despite a
Yeah.
lawsuit this week.
Yeah.
At least it was,
I guess, yeah.
13 years old, the stuff that happened. So,
Cubs might be ahead of us.
yeah, the Cubs have had a good
Yeah, the
week.
Cubs might have beat us. Though,
But if Bellinger and Otani end up somewhere else, then
Yeah.
we get our banner back. Let's go.
yeah, they canceled out their super dysfunctional September.
Yeah.
So they're even right now.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get to the game here. Here are the lines for this evening for your Chicago Blackhawks. Top line, Bedard centering Foligno and Kurashev. Second line, Athanasiou centering Reichel and Radish. Dickinson centering Hall and Johnson. That's interesting. That will not last the whole game, I promise you that. And Whistle centering Donato and Perry. Your D pairs are Korchinski and Jones, Vlasic and Murphy, Tenorti and Kaiser, and Peter Mrazek in goal.
The Hall, Dickinson, Johnson line, didn't they score the first goal
They did.
in the last
Yep.
game?
And they almost had a second. Johnson got robbed.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not hating that line now.
I don't hate it either. I'm just predicting that at some point this Hawks will be losing this game late, and they're going to move
Sure.
Taylor Hall up.
They'll
to try
probably
to get,
probably have to chase the game.
Let's go crazy. Like if they get down, if they're down, will go late. Let's go Hall, Bedard, Reichel, and just see what happens.
Sure.
I'm down. I'm down
Or
for
Reichel,
that.
Bedard, Kurashev.
So
I mean, who
I
knows?
these do make a lot of sense to me. I like the balance of these lines. That's something that Q was always big on. Is let's not load up unless we absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm.
And these make sense in context, right? Every line has someone that can do a little bit. You've got speed, you've got grit, you've got some scoring ability and some finesse on every one of those lines. except the fourth line. But we saw Ryan Donato in practice this week just sniping.
Buzzing.
Woo!
Donato is so much better on a bottom six role than top six. I think he kind of proved right away that, like, while I got the idea of why he was on the Bedard line to start the year, it just wasn't a fit for him. And as soon as you get him down on third or fourth line, he's, you know, with Entwistle and Perry, you know, he's going to go to the net. There's going to be a rebound for him. So we'll see what happens. But you were right. In practice this week, he had a couple of nifty shots.
For sure.
Didn't miss the net, which is rare sometimes.
No, he was roofing him, man. He looked really good.
You know what would be fun is if, I know they're going to be out of position, but if they started this game, Perry, Tyler Johnson, and Radish as the starting line to take the opening face-off, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Did I say smash the like button? I don't think I did. Do that on YouTube. Did
Smash
I?
it.
Yeah, do it. Smash it. Give it an elbow drop, a leg drop, body slam, whatever you want to do.
If you already did, then do it again.
If it can be smashed, smash it. If it can be liked, like it. If it can be subscribed, subscribe to it.
Create another account and do it all over again.
That's it.
Yeah.
Use those burner accounts. It's what they're great for. So do that. Want to look at Tampa's lines? Do we care? Sure. Braden Point centering Brandon Hagel and Nikita Kucherov.
They're pretty good.
That's
Good
a good
Lord.
line.
Kucherov leading the league in points.
He's got 22.
23, I think,
Oh my
in 12
God.
games.
22 points, yeah.
Oh, hum.
22.
10 goals, 12 assists.
Yeah.
Nick Paul centering second liner Steven Stamkos and Alex Barboulay. Did I say that right? Anthony Cirelli with Tanner Jeannot and Michael Esamont. And Luke Glendening centering Tyler Mott, Blackhawks legend, and Valtteri Morella.
Nice.
D pairs Victor Hedman, Eric Chernak, Mikhail Sergachev, and Darren Radish, brother of Taylor. And
Former Ice Hog.
Calvin DeHaan and Nick Perbix are your
Another
third
former
pair
Blackhawk.
with Jonas Johansson in goal.
First time Taylor and Darren Radish are playing against each other, and their mom gets to be there for the mom's trip.
Is
That's
she going to have
pretty
the
cool.
split jersey thing?
I hope not. 'cause
I
those are
wonder.
terrible.
I wonder. Maybe she'll wear an Ice Hogs jersey, throw everybody off.
Yeah, throwback. A Radish Ice Hawks.
Remember when Brady Quinn's sister did that? She wore like a half Notre Dame, half Ohio State jersey.
Is it because she was dating AJ Hawk?
she's? I think believe she's married to
Or
AJ
married to?
Hawk.
Yeah.
and they
Are
did
those
like
all
a.
her books behind him on the Pat McAfee show?
They're not his. But they did like a
true.
pan up of her from like feet to knees to jersey, and then I'm like, wow, she looks like Brady Quinn with a wig on. It was
that makes
quite
sense.
I was like, whoa! It was
Yeah.
kind of startling.
Hey, you know, it's funny how siblings and parents and children all kind of look like each other.
Yeah.
In their own families.
Yeah. All right. So I want to play this. I was listening to it on the way in because Lord knows I had time. The Hawks every day send like the pregame morning skate availability. Some really good stuff from Nick Foligno today, talking about playing on that top line with Connor Bedard and Philip Kurashev. Give it a listen. It's just a few minutes, but I think you'll enjoy hearing the perspective of one Nick Foligno.
What's it like trying to build the chemistry on that first line with Bedard and Kurashev over the last couple games?
It's fun. I actually really enjoy it because there's such different players in a lot of ways, but they're both hungry to make a difference. And so when you have that, I think it becomes easier for you to build chemistry and understand where guys want to be. They want to make a difference. They want the puck. They want to be in situations to succeed. So it makes it fun for me, and I think we're slowly getting there. I think it's always a work in progress, and and I think we really enjoy playing together, and we enjoy each other off the ice, which I think always helps on the ice.
How do you guys complement each other's playing styles?
Well, I think first of all, Connor wants the puck, and he's always trying. No, it's funny to say, but it's some guys they defer, right, a lot of times, and he's a guy that wants the puck. So I think when you have that, you have to understand, okay, how do you play alongside that? And I think Kirsch is so good on the forecheck and so hardworking and is not afraid to get in the corners, and so when then he gets himself in positions to shoot, and I try to be around the net front, so it really plays well with the way we are. Connor seems to want to hold on to it and find plays and opportunities to shoot, and we're retrievals or however it needs to be with him, and I think it complements really well, and hopefully we can continue to build on it.
And Kurashev has 4 points in his last 4 games. How does his playing styles help play well with his recent offensive production?
Yeah, I like his engine. I always say his engine is really good. He's never stopping. He's not afraid to go into the hard areas, and I think that's really bode well for him. And I think he's learning himself at this level too, right? He's still a guy that's trying to figure out who he is, and I think he's realizing that there's certain things that he does really well that allow him to have success, and you saw that where he's engaged, he's around the net front, he's got a great shot. So when he gives himself those opportunities to shoot, it's a good thing for our team, and so I'm happy for him.
The team faced a couple tough teams this season. What makes Tampa so challenging tonight?
Well, they just know how to win, right? They have a history of winning here, and they have an understanding of who they are. That's what we're trying to find out who we are. They know who they are, and that's probably one of the best compliments you can get as a team, and that's a challenge anytime you're playing against them. They're just very confident in their abilities and what they've been, and so it's a challenge to try to get them off their game a little bit. And but I like the way we're trending, and it was a good game for us to realize how well we play. Again, we talk about, right, when we're doing the things really well, we can play with anybody, and then when we slip a little bit or we allow a team to kind of instill their game, that's where you get in trouble. And so I'm hoping we understand that and put that into tonight's game.
Nick Foligno, courtesy of the Chicago Blackhawks, we thank them for that. Good stuff in there. I like a couple things. First is the acknowledgement of Bedard wants the puck, and that is it's an adjustment for guys to play with him. And we heard for years that people took time to get used to playing with Patrick Kane because he's a different kind of player. And Bedard and Kane are very different too. But you have to adjust when you're used to playing with a standard NHL player, even if they're very skilled. Most of them play north and south, and they distribute. Bedard's a guy who wants the puck all the time, and Foligno saying, I need to learn how to play with a guy like that is super interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the best players in the league all have their different quirks and characteristics that make them great. So it's like you said, like it's not just a plug and play guy that, can play, anybody can play up and down a line and blah, 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 all this stuff, but it does take a specific skill set to kind of mesh with players. That's what we talk about, chemistry on a line all the time, and how, you couldn't just plug and play guys with Patrick Kane, like a guy like Alex DeBrincat or Artemi Panarin, because they were guys who could finish and could think the game similarly. They worked with a guy like Patrick Kane. Connor Bedard is got that ability too, to be able to, score from multiple different areas of the ice and be able to make passes and plays that not everybody in the NHL can. So in a normal situation, you might be, at the side of the net thinking that, I'm not open, I'm not an option because the puck is, on the opposite point. But Bedard has it, and he can throw it to you through someone's legs and put it right on your stick. You have to be ready at all times. He did that in practice. I forget who it was that finished the chance, but Bedard had they were running power play drill, and he had the puck up at the blue line, and he's looking at the net, looking at the goalie, and he basically was like a shot pass through the defender's legs, and whoever was at the side of the net just had to put their stick on the ice and tapped it right in. And it's a play and a pass that not everybody can make. So Foligno, being one of those more north-south grinder kind of players, I would imagine it would take some time to be able to get used to playing with someone that skilled and be able to do things with the puck that way.
For sure, and you got to consider he spent the last couple seasons in Boston where he was essentially a bottom six guy, energy grindy guy, and when he was here, first few games, it was Foligno, Perry, and Dickinson on the line.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Totally different style of hockey. You go from being just get in the zone and let's pound people in the boards and get a greasy goal to shit, now I got to keep up with this kid.
Right.
And I better have my stick on the ice at all times, because if I'm not paying attention, he's going to hit me in the ass with a great puck, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, look, we saw, I can count at least 3 times with Tyler Johnson in practices and games that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, there's the puck. And that's a guy who's is considered a scoring player, especially earlier in his career, was an offensive dude. And it is a different mindset, and you got to be ready. And it's interesting because I don't know which day it was. Maybe it was yesterday or the day before. Luke was talking about how Nikita Kucherov is always ready to shoot. Like, he opens himself up to be ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Once Bedard's got the puck, his line mates, they got to be ready. They got to be set, ready to fire. And even to your point, like, if you're not in position to do that, just have the blade on the ice, because chances are there's going to be a puck on it soon.
Yeah, he's able to get it to you, and you also have to be able to get the puck to him as well. Like, you have to make quick decisions as well. Even, some of these guys, as they get up through, junior and college and the minors and everything, get to the NHL, they have a lot of situations where, they're the go-to guy on their team. Now you get to the NHL, everybody was that way. And there's different levels of that once you get to the NHL. And so a lot of these players have to, I don't want to say check ego, but I think a lot of them have to have the awareness of, like, sometimes if you think you have a decent chance, if you can get the puck to Bedard, he might have an even better chance, even if it's not as good, not in a better position that you're in, but he's able to do something with it. And I think you want to see some of those players recognize that. And I think you want sometimes for those young players, and we were talking about it through this week, through practices and on yesterday's show, about like the killer instinct that this team needs and that the young players need. I'd love to see for a guy like Bedard or Reichel or Kurashev in the offensive zone be a little bit more demanding of the puck, be a little bit more aggressive with it, and try and make things happen. I would love to see that tonight. I'm certain that it's been, a focus of practice the last couple of days. It'll be interesting to see if it translates.
Yeah, you got to be ready to score tonight. You're going to have to score. The Lightning, still one of the best teams in the NHL. There were a lot of talk the first week or two of the season in our chat and online. Oh, no, that pick is top 10 protected.
Yeah, don't worry.
Is it going to slide it? Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
They're in second place in the Atlantic Division, arguably the toughest division in the league. They're in second place right now.
And they're going to get Andrei Vasilevsky
at the end of the month. They are fourth in the league in goals per game. 3.85 goals per game they're scoring.
That'll get it done.
God damn.
They are third on the power play, 34.1%.
That'll get it done.
Sixth in the PK, 87.2.
Sheesh.
Eighth in faceoffs. The only stat they're lagging in is goals allowed per game. They're 25th in the league at 3.46. But that will rectify itself
gonna be fixed soon,
when
yes.
Andrei Vasilevsky
when you
gets
stop
back
having
in the next
AHL
couple of
goalies
weeks.
play
Yes.
games. Yeah.
And they're still got 6 wins. They got 16 points, double the points the Blackhawks do.
Yeah, they're going to be just fine.
So the whole, oh my God, it's going to be top 10 protected. We're not going to we're going to get the pick this year. They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
So we'll be picking, the Blackhawks will be picking in that 18 to 22 range again, unless they get a run to the Stanley Cup final, which, hey, a fresher Andrei Vasilevsky come April because he didn't play the first 2 months of the season. I wouldn't bet against the Tampa Bay Lightning at your own peril.
Yeah.
Even with that first round exit last year, I wouldn't.
Get arrested.
I don't rule them out until Kucherov and Hedman and Point and Hagel and all those guys are gone. They're still a scary ass team.
Yeah. The other thing too, and on that about that Foligno said was, how the Hawks are still trying to find out who they are, and he said the Lightning know who they are.
They have known for a long
like
time.
like that, and that's what you're trying to get to. And we don't have time to play at pregame, but Luke said pregame, like he was asked about like why the Hawks are so good at like playing well in the first against good teams, and then in the second period things kind of fall apart for the Hawks. And Luke said part of it is we start out good and then we kind of lose our game. The other part of it is we're playing great teams. They have a bad first period against us. They get their asses chewed out during intermission. They come back at full strength. He says probably a combination of those two things. Yeah. So these fast starts that the Hawks have gotten out to recently, they've got to take advantage of them. And I'm not going to say being up 1-0 at the end of the first period is a bad thing. But if you have one of those first periods where you start the game out shooting them 9-1, 10-2, something like that, as we've seen them do lately, put 2 or 3 of those in a net and get yourself a little bit of a cushion because, like you said, the goals allowed for Florida are high. Now's your opportunity to take advantage. I mean, if you want to play the Lightning this year, this is when to play them. Yeah. Because at least you can put some pucks in behind the goalie. Take advantage of a hot start and get ahead as much as you can because if the Lightning don't come out flying to start, those last 40 minutes, if they're down, they're going to be coming at you with everything they have.
And the Lightning have had some lapses this year, recently. Yeah. I mean, they were up 4-1 in Toronto the other night and blew that lead. Fell behind 5-4, but then they were able to tie it late, but then lost in overtime. The other night, the game after that against Montreal, they were up 4-0. or 5-0.
I think it was at least 4.
And they gave up, 2 or 3 goals in the third period and made it a lot closer. So they've had their lapses, but you can't count on that. And you're also not the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have the firepower
Right.
to come back from a 4-1 deficit in the game.
You're not good enough to take your foot off the pedal and get away with it.
And Luke said in his pregame after morning skate chat said, we need full 60 minutes. We've had too many games where we've only played 20, 40, 50 minutes. Yeah. And he said if you give this team 10 minutes to do whatever they want, it's done.
Yeah. You're toast. There's so much firepower. All right, should we do Who's Your Hawk here?
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right, well, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Hello, here's your ass. Enjoy. Mario leads with 6 wins. Greg has 3. I have 2. I had the first pick today, and I selected Taylor Hall. I just think that he's played his best 2 games of the season so far, back to back, and he's a little bit rested after an injury. Should be probably a little bit stronger than he was for those last 2, so I think he's going to have a nice game today.
I'm going with Corey Perry, who is getting a video tribute tonight in Tampa, and I hope that fires him up to score against his former team.
Little Sarah McLachlan in the background with some slow motion nut shots going in there and face washes.
Yeah, I wonder what the highlight package will look like.
If Tampa wants to troll him, it's going to be the fight he had with Nick Foligno.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
That would
and
be
then show them
interesting,
together on the bench. Right?
Yeah, right next to each
fun.
other. That'd be good.
That was quite the fight they had when Perry kneed Tavares in the head by total accident.
Yeah,
but
freak
Foligno
accident.
Didn't think so.
You don't have time to guess.
No, so that'd be fun to put that in the highlight package. I am going with another ex-Lightning, Tyler Johnson. He's due. The last 2 games, he's had prime scoring chances.
Pretty good games.
He had a 2-on-1 in that Panthers game and was stopped by a good save. And then the end of the first period against the Devils, Vanacek made that ridiculous diving save where he literally dropped his stick and put both his hands out there and somehow got the puck. He's due, and he wants to score against his former team.
Yeah, but I feel like I should have taken Taylor Radish.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect.
We're all taking former Lightning.
So
I'm sticking with it.
We did 2 former Bolts. So the unpicked former Lightning, Taylor Radish, playing against his brother with his mom is going to go crazy tonight and tie Dale Sittler for the most points in one game. It's going to be insane. And we're all sitting there going to be like, fuck, I should have picked that guy.
Yeah.
Should have picked him.
All right, well, I'll take Radish then.
All right,
fine. You're in. Let's go.
I'm in. I'll take Radish.
Kevin gets one.
A couple questions from the chat. Jason Price says, what's the sticker on your laptop? That is a Grateful Dead bear in full hockey gear making a glove save. That's what that is. I know it doesn't show up very well. Nice. Sorry.
So he's not an Edmonton Oiler because he's actually making the save.
There's no puck in the picture, so
okay. Wow.
He's probably just hallucinating the puck.
He's
probably
smoking the puck.
He smoked the puck, exactly. And a couple people asking about Patrick Kane destinations, and I know he's not on the team anymore, but
not Chicago.
It's getting close. And Chris Johnson from The Athletic wrote it today with a couple spots where he thinks he's going to end up. Nothing
guess.
surprising.
Let me guess.
You want to guess?
Buffalo.
Buffalo's one of them.
Detroit.
Detroit's one.
New York Rangers.
That's one.
Colorado Avalanche.
Nope.
Is he the one that said Toronto?
He said Toronto.
That would
with
be
what
laughable.
money?
That and hey, let's get another guy that plays no effing defense and throw him on this team.
Jesus.
Do it.
The other
I
one
dare
is
you.
the other one is the Florida Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's one of the New York teams. If I'm putting money down,
Think so? Yeah. Goes after all this goes back to the Rangers
or Buffalo.
Oh, I forget. I always forget Buffalo is in New York State.
It's basically Canada.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Do not rule out Vegas.
Vegas would be interesting. Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden, Mark Stone's back gets a little ouchy.
Yeah, right. They always find a way, don't they?
And they always want to make the big splash move.
The other thing about that, too, is of all these markets listed, it is the lowest pressure for him.
In Vegas?
Because the fan base is happy. They just want a cup.
Yeah.
They're not exactly rabid, angry hockey fans. Like when he went to New York and they saw Patrick Kane defense trademark, they're like, what is this shit?
Well, because he went to New York as like, oh, put us over the top. And he did well, but he didn't put him over the top.
Yeah.
Vegas doesn't need to be put over the top. That's the thing.
Yeah,
complimentary.
He wouldn't be the guy there. It doesn't have to be the guy.
Yeah.
You got Eichel. You got keep running down the
Stone,
list.
you got Marcia
Well,
Show.
Stone would have
You
to go
got
on
a lot
LTI.
of options out there.
Well,
yeah.
his dad's gonna have to. They got to find a way to put his dad up because his dad won't fly.
I hear they have a few available.
Couple
suites.
hotels. Put him up in Circa.
They got a couple. They got a couple rooms available. I believe he could just move to Vegas.
Move to Vegas for the rest of the year.
Yeah, there's worse things. You
all
can do.
right.
Let's
see.
There's worse places.
Buffalo
to
in the
live.
winter or Vegas in the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's worse things you can do.
Let me think about that. So
And
yeah.
if I was living in a penthouse suite in Vegas, I wouldn't go on the road trips.
No.
I watch it on TV. I've seen enough of you. I don't need to go to every game.
Yeah.
I'm watching you
I've
since
seen
you
you
were
for
6.
35 years. I'm good.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
golf and watch it from the sports book.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Puck drops at 6. A couple other things to know. We'll probably have post game right around halftime
Of the
Would
Bears
you, of the
game?
Bears game. Wouldn't you
Probably.
think?
Yeah. 7:30 kickoff for Bears.
Yeah. So
About
you're looking
9
9-ish.
p.m.
They would definitely be
9 p.m.
There'll be some crossover.
post
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, so join us. Don't forget we're here when the game ends. I know people will be flipping between Hawks and Bears, so make sure you come back for the post game. And of course, when the Bears game ends, CHGO Bears post game will be on. They'll be live. They'll be good to go. So jump in on there as well. You see my CHGO hat. These are now available at chgolocker.com. Go get yourself one. Lots of headspace in here. It's big on me, which is saying something.
Because that's the one I got.
Is it a snapback?
This is a snapback trucker hat. Yeah.
Oh, the trucker hat. Yeah.
What's cool? It's got like CHGO on the back. It's got a flag here on the sides.
That's
like
an
the pennant.
awesome hat.
That's awesome.
And then inside it says "We are Chicago," which is really cool.
sweet.
It's a nice hat. And then you can see like under the bill, there's like the detail of the flag in there. It's a very cool hat.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I'm getting one of those for sure.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
nice. And there's a
mine-
couple
mine-
options like
mine's
the
in the
golf
mill.
hat. There's a dad cap, which offends me.
Mine's in the mail.
That's what I wore in college.
Why does that offend you?
Because a dad hat makes it feel old, but I guess it is.
You are a dad, though.
That's true.
You
Shut
got
up.
the Minnesota Wild dad hat.
You are a dad.
I'm a dad. I should be on the mom's trip. Trying to pick up some
Careful.
cougars.
Some hockey moms.
You're not that young. Don't flatter yourself.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Should we end on letting them know who our special guest is going to be next week?
Oh yeah, that's confirmed Tuesday, right?
Tuesday. 2:30. We will have Blackhawks prospect and Ice Hogs goaltender Drew Comezzo on the show. So
It's gonna be fun.
reminding you. We'll
Sweet.
remind you of that on post game too. But yeah, Drew Comezzo Tuesday 2:30.
I want to do the entire interview in full pads.
You want him to?
Yeah.
I
If someone wants to buy me pads, I'll do it.
you can make the request.
He might anyway.
I want to see his helmet. Because remember, he didn't have it like.
Yeah, he
wasn't
didn't have it ready when the last time we talked to him.
Yeah.
So
All right, we'll tell him. Keep it handy so he can show it to us on the
yeah.
stream. That'd be fun. All right, looking forward to that. But hey, we got plenty to do before then. We'll talk to you as soon as the game ends tonight. We'll be back on the CHGO Blackhawks podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.